Tonight, there's also growing fear among people in nearby Iraq watching this play out on television. News4Jax reporter Eric Avanier has contacts in that region. He's joining us now live to explain why many fear what's happening in Afghanistan could also happen in Iraq. Eric?
Tarek, by the end of the year, U.S. troops will pull out of Iraq as part of an agreement to end an 18-year combat mission. And my contact in that country says based on what he and other Iraqis are seeing play out in Afghanistan, they fear history will repeat itself and the Middle East will spiral out of control.
Iraqi people or Kurdish people.
Baram Ahmed is both a journalist and a media professor living in the Salamanaya Kurdistan province in Iraq near the border with Iran. He says the people in this region are seeing television images of U.S. troops evacuating Afghanistan as the Taliban takes over the country. He says he and his fellow citizens fear terrorist groups like ISIS will do the same thing later this year in Iraq when U.S. troops pull out of Iraq and allow the Iraqi military and police to take over security. He uses the events of 2014 as an example when ISIS took over Mosul, Iraq.
They take a control of Mosul within a few hours. That's why the Iraqi forces and Iraqi people are very concerned and fear when the American and the Western forces are leaving leaving Iraq, leaving Kurdistan. The Iraqi or the local forces cannot cannot fight the other groups.
The U.S. military has been training Iraqi forces to defend their own country, just like they trained the Afghan military. But when it was time to defend Afghanistan from being taken over by the Taliban, Afghan military forces backed down, and now the Taliban is in control of the government. Ahmed says he foresees a parallel situation in Iraq.
The government is not strong enough to defend, like we saw in Afghanistan in few days when the governmental forces and forces cannot defend against Taliban.
But the Iraqi forces will have no choice but to defend their country when U.S. troops leave, because if they don't, Iraq could end up becoming a safe haven for terrorist organizations, and everything the U.S. did to train Iraqi forces will have been for nothing.
Now, for viewers wondering why the U.S. is leaving Iraq at the end of the year, it's because of a July agreement between President Biden and the Iraqi Prime Minister. U.S. troops have been in Iraq for more than 18 years. There are currently 2,500 troops in Iraq trying to counter the remnants of ISIS. Tarek, Joy.